wants to see my camera.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can anyone hear me? Um, to folks on YouTube, please indicate if you can hear. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Can anyone hear me? Hello, everyone. Can
So
anyone hear
on
me?
YouTube,
Please indicate if you can hear.
hello everyone,
On YouTube,
everyone,
can
can
anyone
anyone
hear
hear
me?
me?
If you can hear.
Hello everyone,
Hello, everyone. Can anyone hear me?
Sam, please close
Um,
YouTube.
Everyone, can
so
anyone hear
on
me?
YouTube,
Please indicate if you can hear.
hello everyone,
YouTube,
everyone,
can
can
anyone
anyone
hear
hear
me?
me?
If you can hear.
Hello everyone.
Everyone.
Hello guys, my name is Sam. I'm National Program Assistant. Let me formally welcome and congratulate all of you for being selected to join the ALC team for 4.0. One of the reasons for this onboarding session is to create a platform where you will meet and interact with the PAs, as the program assistants and the program managers you will be working with going forward. So without much ado, let me hand you over to Alela for the introduction proper. Hello, Alela.
Yes, hello everyone. Uh, my name is Alela Eunice, the program assistant for ALC Western Kenya. So ALC is basically a community of developers who are passionate about technology and ways in which they can increase impact within their communities. Now, for this particular ALC 4.0, Google, Andela, and Pluarlsight have partnered together to conduct training, basically by giving you learning resources that you will be able to access. So the learning resources that are available are divided into three particular tracks, that is the mobile track, the web track, and the cloud track. So the reason as to why we are having this is to enable everybody to be able to access resources based on something that they want to learn. Yes, back to you, Sam.
Okay, so Alela, you were to handle the introductions of PAs.
Okay, sorry about that. I did one for the LC. So I'll start with the PA. I'll let Grace Kahinga. So we have Grace Kahinga as one of the PAs. Grace, kindly do an introduction of yourself. Grace Kahinga.
Hi guys, I'm Grace, the PA, the program assistant for Central Region Kenya, and I want to welcome all of you and congratulations for being selected as an LCA. Looking forward to working together. Yeah, back to you, Alela.
Thank you so much, Grace. Next we'll be having Chris Basolai. Chris.
Thanks, Alela. So, hi everyone. My name is Chris Barsolai. I'm the program assistant for Nairobi region. Very glad to have everyone on board. Looking forward to working together to make this a big success. And I hearty congratulations again, because you are the best of the best. We literally handpicked you guys to head our teams. So we look forward to you guys doing some stuff. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Chris. Next we'll have Asa. Asa?
Hi everyone, I'm Asa, program assistant for Uganda. Pleased to be here, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone of the part of the ALC this year. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you so much, Asa. Next we'll have MM. MM.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is MM. I'm the program assistant for South region of Nigeria. I am thrilled to have you guys here, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, MM. So I think we'll just have to have Abraham Ogol next. Abraham. Over to you, Abraham.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing?
My name is Abraham Ogol. I'm a learning facilitator here at Andela. Very, very glad to have you guys. I mean, definitely very happy to have you guys join this noble cause of learning. We're looking forward to interact with you guys a couple of times, more than once, more than twice, just to change the shape of Africa by investing in tomorrow's leaders. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Abraham. We'll be having Toby. Toby? If Toby is not available, Sam, do an introduction of yourself if you didn't do it, please.
Okay, once again, guys, I'm Sam Mesidem. I am the regional program assistant for Southeast Nigeria. I'm pleased to be working with you guys. Welcome on board once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Lastly, we'll be having Awal. Awal?
Yeah. Hi, Alela. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining to this call. My name is Awal MS, like Alela said, and I'm the program assistant for Northwest Nigeria and also the lead program assistant for the LC project. Thank you very much for joining.
Okay, and as for me, my name is Alela Eunice, the program assistant for Andela Western Kenya. It's a pleasure to have all of you joining us for the team. To have you, we are so happy and we hope to work together in a good way. Thank you, all of you. Back to you, Kezi.
You actually forgot me, so I'll just introduce myself. My name is David Kezi, and I'm the program assistant for North Central Nigeria. So that being said, right now I'm going to invite Abraham to give a brief intro of what the ALC is, and then we'll get it started from there. So Abraham, over to you.
Was there an agreement of them? Was there an agreement?
Abraham, if you're there, please carry on.
Was there an
Sure. Thank you so much, Kezi. Apologies, I was just trying to find out if I would be able to share my screen. Thank you so much, Kezi, for this chance. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone and congratulations for finding time and volunteering to support us through this ALC 4.0. So this is the fourth ALC we are running in Africa. Providing a context, the first one was done in Nigeria, second one and the third one were done in Kenya and Uganda. I mean Kenya, Uganda, and Nigeria as well. Then we have also run some other versions, LC 3.1 in Tanzania, Rwanda, and things like that. If you have ever had a chance to participate in all of them, thumbs up. Even in any of them, please give yourself a thumbs up. Looking forward to making much more of this amazing. So I'm gonna run through a presentation quickly. I don't know how to share on the same screen as the Google Hangout. It's been pretty long time. Share my screen. So I'm gonna share my screen right now. So can you guys see my screen? Mic check. Can you guys see my screen? You guys on the call?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. So like I said, this LC 4.0, I'm gonna go through bit part of what is here. The rest I'll leave for the rest of the guys. But majorly I'll be talking about the introduction part and just giving like a context of what LC is, and providing more clear stuff about what LC is. Much of this Alela already said. So ALC is actually currently a partnership between Andela, Google, and stuff about what ALC is. So much of this Alela already. I'm sort of hearing myself. It's okay. So Alela had already provided this. It's a collaboration between Andela, Google, and Pluarlsight. Andela is providing the community, to be specific. Pluarlsight is providing the platform, and Google here is our sponsor. Most of the certifications that you guys will be getting will be co-signed by Google and even Andela as well. So looking at it to be more of like collaboration and partnership between three major companies, to impact lives in Kenya. in Africa. Sorry, if we look at most of these three companies, their core missions are actually derived towards learning and promoting leadership, and that's why even as we start ALC, it's very important to note that we are powering tomorrow's leaders, and it's through this noble action that we call upon your support, and calling you guys as our LCAs, learning community ambassadors, that we'll be using throughout all this process to power up all these things. So to us, our success will be, it's not just a matter of just completing the course, but also looking forward to place you guys on jobs. So looking forward to place the learners that will be going through ALC into jobs. We are no longer just looking at an environment whereby ALC is a matter of getting a certification, but looking at a case whereby we are able to place ALC learners in jobs. And this is not just a matter of ALC learners. This even includes you guys who have participated and helped in these entire projects. Most of these have been very rough estimate. For this case, we had a target of 60,000 applications, as you guys can see here. This is the number. We hit over 121,000 applications as at the time the application was closed. We are actually listing more than 30,000. So I think it's around 33,000 learners that will be in the learning phase 1, and that one is tripling down, as you guys can see. So we are going by a structure here, and most of these things we're looking at it in terms of our reporting lines, basically having a lot of accountability in terms of what your role is supposed to be. How will we be able to keep accountability on what you are able to do, and how will you be supporting the learners? Most of those things will definitely have a chance to cover it outside here throughout this call. But then look at the ALC structure, more of like a cascaded look at the ALC structure, more of like a cascaded thing, and it has from all program managers. Currently we have 2 from Mandela, that is myself, and there's Mercy. There's also one who will be joining us very soon, from Nigeria again. Then we have regional program assistants. We have a total of close to 15 plus regional assistants, at least from the Mandela regions, most of them actually from Mandela centers. So when I talk Mandela centers, I talk of Kenya, Nigeria, Kampala, that is in Uganda, and Rwanda, and then we also have from Tanzania. But that doesn't mean that all of you guys are restricted towards the specific locations. We have some of you guys from even some other non-Mandela centers like South Africa that also have a large number of learners and etc. So after that, we have facilitators and mentors. Now this is the pool that contain you guys. The exact statistics of this, you guys are more than 700 into this, so we're looking forward to engaging with you guys throughout this entire program. Power up learners, most of it will be a matter of supporting meetups, most of it mentorships and etc. Then outside that, we'll be having learning groups or learner groups that will be shared immediately learning comments. And so that is a brief overview structure of how ALC will be structured. But then some other things to put is that some of these learner groups will be centered per region. So if you look at it, is if you come from Lagos, probably Nigeria, Lagos, and most will try to put the groups to be more of around Lagos, so that at least even we can find a better way to support each other and grow. In terms of reporting structure, so this more or less how this put forward. Apologies for my WhatsApp. So we have program manager, and this is not put into context of per region, but then we'll be having let's say we have a region A, there will be a PA representing that specific region, also for region B. Then by each and every region, so for example, let's say I'm not well conversant with Nigeria, but I'll be using it for Nigeria mostly. So let's say there's a PA representing Lagos here, and then there are meetup locations. So per meetup location, we'll be having mentors and even facilitators. Then those guys will be requested to select a lead facilitator, and then they will be reporting to the lead facilitator in that specific case. Why is it so? In an ideal condition, when you are supporting someone, it's very hard to support more than 5 people at a time and give them the best of you can. So like I said, you guys are like 700 plus, and we are only 15. It will be very hard for us to keep track of each and every activity you guys are doing, and that's why we are actually trying to narrow down information, how we'll be able to pass information to you guys, and looking at it from different ways. And it's not like the lead facilitator here should be like the pro guy. It's more of like having a centralized information channel, how that's supposed to flow for us all the way from the bottom going forward, because there are like a lot of things that we'll definitely need from you individually, and looking at it from all those specific key areas, and we'll be holding you guys accountable to specific key performance indicators, and even delivering specific key results that we'll be looking forward per region. And once we are able to hold each other person accountable, we know whom we are actually going to reach to. So here at Andela, we'll be definitely reaching for the PA. The PA will be reaching to now the lead facilitators, and the lead facilitators will be reaching to how many are actually assigned to him, like how many facilitators is he leading. So it becomes very much easier to try to manage most of this going forward. And I think the entire community science, and why we are actually putting out most of these things. We are actually bringing out a platform, we are bringing up a sponsor, and then we are actually bringing up a community. It's in the sense of driving a sense of belonging in mostly what we are actually doing and how we are actually doing it. So we believe that a good learning environment is that a good learning program is one that has specific objectives. So if your objective is like, hey, complete the course, that is the specific objective. And we are saying that is now like more of changing for us here at Chandela. It's not just a matter of like, hey, complete the course, but it's more of like, hey, are you actually can an employer have confidence in you that you can get the job done? And so we are looking at not only the course completion here, but we're looking at the market. So are you like well fit for the market and etc. And I believe this is something that you guys have actually spent some time to see, looking at it from the course content that is there in Pluarlsight platform. You guys have like seen much more advanced skills that we have definitely put forward, and looking at it just more of just to prepare you to be more of like a better a better leader, and probably a better software developer than what we used to do before. And we are like looking forward to various ways to engage you guys through working groups, community meetups, and online support that we'll be like looking up for you guys to drive that clarity, drive our core objectives, drive course completion, and even drive meeting the market demands for each and every learners that we are actually looking forward to here. And to be honest, and I want to purely summarize the entire core objectives using this slide. We want to make ALC to be more impactful and aligned to the market, provide confidence in learners and even employers. And we can only do this by empowering you as as an LCA that we are actually working with. So this is not just going to be a matter of the learner, this is also going to be a matter of you as well. And so we encourage you that even as you take this chance to join us, please strive to give it your best, because in return, we will be able to appreciate your efforts. We'll be able to, work with you together, give you an opportunity to give you endless opportunities that you can actually look forward to, and even grow your skill and initially. So it's not just like being able to support the learner and being active, but also you're growing you guys and preparing you guys for the marketplace and etc. So it is not just a matter of learning. We are putting ALC to be all a matter of providing learning, assessments, and even talent matching. So looking at it from broader perspective, if you look at most of these things that we'll be doing, it will be based on matching all these talents to the market. So we have something we are calling talent marketplace that we are like definitely working for. We have partnered with Fuzu and Shortlist here at Tandela, and looking at a way whereby we'll be able to match the talents that we get from ALC to the entire thing. So it's not like making an ALC like a 6 months thing where people just come, 5 months where people just come and learn and get certification, but looking at an ALC as a continuous and endless process of powering African talent, probably specifically African tech talents, to be ever ready for the markets. And this is more of like derived by the way we have seen global companies like Microsoft, IBM, and even Huawei setting up centers in Africa just to be able to tap into these talents. And very soon we might not be able to have these talents if we cannot continue to invest into this talent. And so calling you guys for collaboration, let's do this. I believe this is something very, very much possible. We'll be definitely engaging with you guys a lot. And I believe this is something super possible. Please join us in powering and investing in the next African talents. Thank you guys. I'll leave it for there. In case you have any question, please type it in the chat section, or you can actually go to Slido. I'm pretty sure you guys sli.do. Leave your questions there. We'll be able to answer them after this. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Abraham. Please, if you have any questions, put it in sli.do, and when you go there, log in with the access code, with the event code 2065. 2065, please. That's where we'll be taking all the questions from. If you get there and you see a question that you would love to know the answer to, just upvote that question as well, please. That's where we're taking questions from. It's easier to manage than a YouTube comments. Thank you very much again, Abraham. That was very, very insightful of you. So next up, we're going to have Awal and Asa, who would be taking us through what the LCA responsibilities are, and then what is expected of you as an LCA throughout the entire program. Please don't forget sending your questions via sli.do with the event code 2065. Awal, over to you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Kazi. So, like David said, I am supposed to tell you about what your tax is as an LC and what is our expectation of you. But basically, from the mail you saw LCE, and then we didn't actually specify if you're a mentor or a facilitator, but then you can see my slide is showing facilitator, and then even Abraham's slide was showing the same thing, facilitators and mentors. So LCA stands for Learning Community Ambassadors. So it includes both facilitators, mentors, and to an extent, the program assistants. So we're all ambassadors of the program. And to be clear, we're all doing this voluntarily to help improve the skill set available in our region or in the continent entirely. But then, yeah, so being an LCA means you can be a facilitator or a mentor, or you can be a program assistant. So if you have been part of ALC from initial stage, you probably will have been, if you're part of ALC 1.0, you will have known about organizer and facilitator. Then by 2.0, we have facilitators and mentors. So in this year's version, ALC 4.0, we're looking at something big. So we're looking at, our selection was basically to see, okay, almost everybody is actually qualified to be a mentor. So like there's actually no difference between being a mentor and a facilitator. The only difference being a mentor is available online to help learners when they have issues. Probably they send code snippets to Slack, and then he is able to help them answer their questions. So, but then for facilitator, you have to be physically at the meetup location to be able to help them assert everything. So that's what we thought. So we selected everybody to be qualified to be any of these. So we are seeing how we're going to be doing this. So let's look at what is our expectation of you. But then before I go forward, if you don't feel comfortable being a mentor, you're only available to be a facilitator, please send us an email just after this call, or you can probably send me a chat on the LCA Slack, so that we could probably won't assign a facilitator. We won't assign learners to you since you're not available. So let's start with facilitators. So what do we expect of facilitators? So basically, the responsibility of a facilitator is, first of all, plan the meetups. So meetups are physical gatherings where we have learners from a specific location come up to a physical location and then probably share their some blockers they're having in the program, and then have us, as the facilitators, help them unblock them, answer any question they may have. But then, as your own part, you're supposed to be, yeah, we're supposed to be planning it and facilitating the meetups, and then send out reports after meetups. So planning means you coming up with a budget. Probably you have to consult your PA, your program assistant will reach out to you probably immediately after this call. Your program assistant will reach out to you to tell you, okay, we're going to be having meetup in your location. Are you available as a mentor? Are you available to still be a facilitator? So you plan, come up with a budget. So, like, just to give you a disclaimer, the budget has a cap. Your PA is actually using a budget cap, so don't probably say, I submitted a budget and then this PA is just slash down the figures. So, like, it's actually based on like, he has a budget cap, so he can approve above that. So just try to be lenient with him, and then we expect you to be able to conduct and facilitate the meetups. So, like, you organize these meetups, you be the person speaking, explaining things. So, like, imagine a case whereby you have members from both web, Android, and cloud. We are doing our best to ensure we have at least one facilitator for each track at a location. So if you're a web person and then the question is Android, you could let the Android facilitator answer those questions. So just stuff like that. Beside that, after the event, you're supposed to send us a report to tell us, okay, we had 50 people in attendance, we have 45 female attendees, 5 male attendees, this is what we spent, and this was the location, this was feedback from our learners. Like, so that's it. Beside that, you're going to be in the Slack channel. So in the email we sent out to you, we notified you that you could join the LC for Slack. So if you're not on, sorry, you could join the LCA Slack. So if you are not on the LCA Slack, you could simply go to bit.ly/LCA Slack, LCA-Slack. So that's the Slack we're using. All LCs are on that Slack workspace, so we'll be sending communication directly to that. So you'll also be sending feedback, and then we'll probably reach out to you to make recommendations for probably if there is anything we feel is actually nice happening in your location. Okay, who are your top learners? We're asking for success stories and stuff like this. We're going to be reaching out to you, and then, yeah, we're going to be having your PA will actually reach out to you to tell you if you're going to be having say bi-weekly or weekly syncs to clear out things, to better understand what is happening in your region. And beside that, we're going to be sending bi-weekly feedback forms for you to be giving us feedback on, okay, what your activity has been. Basically, that's one of it. So the criteria, you basically know of the criteria already. It was clearly stated. We expect you to have experience in either web or Android or cloud technologies, and we review based on this, but still we still send you a form. So because we sent you a form in the last email to ask you to fill in your track, and then, yeah, I can remember seeing complaints that the form was actually locked. Sorry if you've tried using that form and then it was locked. It has been unlocked already. Now you could actually you can easily fix that. You can just go and fill in the forms. So we want to know, because we have a case whereby we have mentors who are part of the cloud track as learners, but then they sign up as mentors for web technologies. So, like, because, okay, they have experience in web, but they want to be what do you call it? They want to be mentors in web and then be learners in cloud technology. So that was why we are sending this form. So if you want to, we just want you to reaffirm to us that, okay, I want to do this and this is what I'm going to be doing. So, like, that's what we want. And we also expect, okay, as a mentor or a facilitator, you must have had completed at least one online course, probably, just to understand. So, like, learning on an individual basis and learning it online are two different things. So some people don't have the patience and probably the time to complete courses. So we believe if you've completed a course online, it will be easier for you, probably understand some of the issues your learners will have, so you could relate on a personal level with them. And then, yeah, we also considered people who were LCAs in the LC 2.0 and 3.0, even 1.0. So like it depends on the scenario here. And then we were looking at, okay, who is kind of free, who is like who we think, we assume based on your schedule, if we believe you're going to be committed to the program. So it's actually one of the criteria for the selection. And then, yeah, we took our time. Yeah, it took us time to select this because we had to check, okay, how good are you with communications? Like, we probably go through, for me, for example, I probably go through your Twitter handle, check your tweets on your Twitter, probably check out how you've been writing your comments on your commits messages and all this stuff to probably see if you're going to make a good fit for this. So it's one of those criteria. And then I will tell you this, the criteria for mentors is actually almost the same hours, so that at least your learner will not probably send you a message 24 hours later, probably 72 hours later before you're replying. So we expect it to be somebody who is probably available at least once a day to be able to check through the learning environment, to check Slack, or if you decide to take your team to WhatsApp, yeah, you should be at least be online at least once a day to probably check out what is happening. So we also expect somebody who has good experience with engaging with people, because okay, definitely probably in the first week everybody will be gingered, but then as we go forward, you're definitely going to be having people who are getting inactive, and then we expect someone who can engage these inactive learners and try to help them get back on track. Because like, man, we had over, like, I will tell you this for free, we have over 100,000 applicants, and then we're just selecting 30,000. So if someone from your team actually slacks down and then didn't use this opportunity, it's actually like being one side not helping himself, so the other side is cheating other people who were not given the opportunity. So like, it's actually your own task to try to help every member of your team to ensure they consume the content to their maximum satisfaction. So we also want, yeah, be able to check into your learners, try to see if what's happening, is there any issue. Some people will not post their problem on the Slack channel, so you probably once in a while, if you notice somebody is inactive, you probably reach out to the person like, hi, how are you, what's up, are you learning, where have you been, is there any issue, dramas like this. Yeah. So, and then, yeah, some of the things I do, or I probably expect mentors on the program to do, is you probably answer a question, like you answer a question directly. Yeah, this will solve the issue you've been having. But if you want to have a good understanding of what this problem is, you could probably read this. For the people who have engaged with me, you know, like, okay, besides answering your question, I give you resources. Okay, you go and read here. This explains this well. So we expect stuff like this from a mentor. Other things is probably, okay, we expect you to be giving feedback the same way as the facilitators. We're expecting you to give feedback to your PE. We'll be sending links to probably join, and then the next person will tell you some of the things you're going to be expecting from Andela's side of things. So we're also going to reach out to you to probably give us insight who are the best learners in your team or in your group and stuff like this. So our criteria for selection is the same, like I said, is the same as we did for facilitators. So basically, that is it. And then almost everything here has been captured in your LC guide. You can easily go back there to probably check out some of the things explained there. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to me on the LCA Slack or on WhatsApp group, or just anywhere you see me. You could ask me anything about this, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or just you probably see me. If you're lucky to see me on the road, I was like, yeah, lucky because like I hardly go outside. So thank you very much. Asa, do you want to add something?
Thank you so much, Ewol, for that presentation. Mainly, I'll just maybe just add one thing, is that as learning community ambassadors or mentors, our main request is commitment from you and also the ability to drive the success of this program. Generally, the success of this program is going to be dependent on you, the mentors. We all know that taking online courses doesn't come easily for everyone. So it will be people we are counting on your efforts to be able to weekly follow up on their learners, trying to encourage them, trying to reach out to them so that we can be able to drive success of this. Because we all know that if we don't do this, chances are that we are most likely to lose some of our learners. Yeah. So my only ask, or my just only addition, is just basically effort and commitment from our new mentors, because we are relying on you to drive success for this. That's basically from me. Maybe back to Ewan. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Asa. It's over from my own end. Back to you, David.
Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much, Awa and Asa. That was very, very insightful. So very next, I don't know if Toby is on this call. So very next we'll be talking about the LCA benefits, what you stand to benefit from the ALC by being an LCA. So first and foremost, it's since it's on a voluntary basis, like I said, virtually everyone on this call right now, it's a volunteer. So the first thing is the social good. The fact that you're doing good, you're actually helping people that do not know how to code or who are trying to learn how to code. You're helping them further their careers and stuff like that. So it's that sense of being part of something bigger than ourselves. Like the entire ALC is bigger than any single person. You understand? So we're all here saying, okay, you know what? We're going to give back to the community in the little way that we can. It's not a full-time job. We're here. So that's I believe that's a good thing to do. You do good to the world. So it's a benefit, an opportunity to do good. Another thing is the Andela is going to support some costs that would be needed for things like meetups. Like Awala said, you submit a budget for meetups and then some stipend here and there. Like Abraham mentioned, when you have these needs, please channel it up to the PAs that would be assigned to you, and then you would have such needs looked into. Also, very importantly, PAs are going to get first-hand information about opportunities at Andela, not just at Andela, but opportunities that exist. You understand? During the last ALC cycle, we had some LCAs and some learners selected to attend the Google I/O and stuff like that. As these opportunities come by, they will be first communicated to the LCAs as one of the ways of appreciating them for their hard work, and then before other people get to know about it. So if there's an opening in Andela now, let's say they're looking for software engineers or mentors, like technical mentors and stuff, LCAs will get the hint first. They'll get the emails and the correspondence before it's been placed for general public to relate to. You also get to I believe we know the saying that goes, you want to teach someone two people are learning. So that many people are looking for this opportunity to actually teach some other person, not just because also good and fun, we know that person would learn, but also to help hone our own skills and our own both communication and technical skills. So yeah, and we also have kind of like I won't call them prizes now, but we have some way of appreciating some very performant LCAs during the program. Please, if there are any more specific questions anyone needs to know, don't forget to head out to slide.do and use the event code 2065. So please know that you're a very important piece of the ALC program. Without the LCAs, this program cannot move forward because you are the ones that are going to be interfacing with the learners directly. The learners are going to call you when they have issues. They're going to message you when they have issues. You're going to guide them. You're going to shape their entire technical foundation. So please know that you're a very integral part. You're not just some random part that like, okay, just be there. No, you're very, very integral. You're, I dare say, one of the most integral aspects of this entire program. So please, let's endeavor to do the best we can and help the new generation of developers and technology leaders. So yeah, that's for what LCA stands to gain from the program. Now I'll be handing the session over to Grace. Grace will take us through Q&As, some FAQs that many of you have written in Slido do, and some have also put up in the chat here and in the Google form. So Grace.
Thank you, Kezi. So I have picked some questions here. The first one that has been voted so many times is, what is the procedure for requesting for the stipends?
Okay.
One PA, please take that on. Awal.
Awal will help us with that.
Okay. Yeah, Awal can help you with that, right? Okay, let's see how we go with this. Okay, so this is it. Stipends are basically cost for electricity, and we actually approve this based on need basis. If you need internet connect, probably some stipend, some amount to probably get you some probably bandwidth for internet. You could probably reach out to your PA. Your PA will probably forward it to the team, and then yeah, we'll get back to you. Yeah, so there's actually the direct procedure is to reach out to your PA, and the PA will reach out to us, and then we'll take it over from there. Thank you.
Okay. The next question here is, in the LCA documentation, it was stated that SWAG can be requested on a need basis. In what scenario does this apply to? Aval, would you like to take that question also?
Yeah, okay. So normally we usually send out swag. Yeah, so for example, in the past ALC, let's say for my region, for example, on even in Lagos, there was when we sent swag, our first priority was to probably share swags to LCAs. For example, if you were online, then we had the then program assistant for Lagos was Chioma James. Chioma was organized a offsite at hotels.ng number 3, I think Birela Avenue in Yaba, and then where she meet up with all LCs based in Lagos and shared their Google African Scholarship T-shirt. So like we do things like this, and then for some LCAs, they were lucky to have we print out some hoodies and probably send out to them. So like it depends. Everything here, your communication with your PE actually makes it easy for you to have all those things. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Awal. The next question here is, first I'll ask one that could be troubling many. Can you be a learner in one track and an LCA in a different track?
Can I take that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so look at it this way. Like I said during my presentation, there are some people who have experience in web technologies. Yeah. So for example, I think one LCA reached out to me, Joki to be specific. Joki said, okay, he's interested in being an LCA, in being a mentor for web technologies, but he is interested in being part of the cloud technology as a learner. So, and then we have situations like this. So yes, you can be an LC in a different track and be a learner in a different one. But then you have to keep in mind that we're creating different workspaces, different Slack workspaces for every track. So which means we'll probably have to add you in your learner track, in your learner workspace, as well as your mentorship workspace. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. The next question here is, are the LCA members going to have access to the learner materials? Please take that one. Awal? Okay, Z.
So yeah, yes, the LCAs are going to they're added to Pluarlsight, and they can also engage with whatever the learners are engaging with to better understand what the requirements are and what the challenges are as time goes by. Did anyone get me? Mic check.
We got you.
Okay, thank you. The next question, Sam, can you take this one? As LCS, shall we have access to Google certification also?
Okay. Basically, people will have access to Go certification will be if they have completed. If, for instance, if you signed up as a mentor, and at the same time you signed up as a learner, so if you successfully complete the course, definitely successfully, as a mentor, you will have access to the certification. So the certification will go out to people who have really done well during the program. So if you happen to be among them, definitely you'll have access to certification.
Yeah. So to add to what Asa just said, so basically, as a facilitator, if you're also a learner, you tend to have, let's say, say an upper hand. We consider our LCs when we're making decisions. So like, we're going to consider you, but provided you meet the criteria for being, what do you call it, for getting the certification. So, but then if you're not a learner and you are only a mentor in the program, so we are not sure of some of that kind of. Grace, over.
Thank you. The next question is, how would mentors be motivated to deliver their mandates?
Okay, so let me just take this. So like I said earlier, we are all volunteers. We're all volunteers in this program, and then the most important thing is we're interested in seeing our region grow, to helping the talent, probably improve talents of talent pool in Africa. So to motivated. So for me, what keeps me motivated is, okay, probably waking up in the morning and seeing somebody announcing that he just got a job, like, and then tagging ALC with Google and saying thank you for helping us, or probably another person posting his 100-degree certificate, or probably a WhatsApp group in where, yeah, I'm probably somebody posting, yeah, I just got a job, or I just got an interview. So different people have different motivations. So if you're in for this work, yes, work can motivate you, but then probably because you want to get probably some funds to get internet, yeah, that could actually motivate you. But then the main driving force is probably seeing that you're actually helping another person's life. So like, we all started this journey, and then we had one or two person who helped us answer one of these questions, one question or the other. So just imagine you're in that position helping another person, and then the person will wake up tomorrow and be like, yeah, I was having issue, and so person helped me into becoming what I am. So yeah, over.
Thank you. Please take the next question. How are LCS performance going to be measured?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, how the LCA's performance will be measured will be according to maybe a feedback form that's been sent out to learners in their specific region, according to what we are going to ask them based on what they were able to deliver, how they were able to deliver it, and what was lacking behind. So this feedback, when we get it, we'll know, oh, if this LCA has been able to do what he was supposed to do as a mentor or as a facilitator. So I think basically that is how we are able to measure the performance of the LCAs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I make
Sam, you have something to add on that? Sam?
Grace, can I make a quick addition on that?
Hello.
Hi. Hi, yeah, please go ahead.
So, okay, let me add to what Emema just said. Like what Abraham said, we are going to be sending bi-weekly review form to LCS for them to fill and tell us what they have done throughout the week. So with that, we'll be able to track their performance.
Okay. Sam, are you still talking?
No, I'm done.
Okay. Okay, thank you. The next question goes to Chris. What process do you have to follow to organize a meetup for learners in your region?
Thank you. So to organize a meetup for any region, basically you have to go through your PA. So in hindsight, let's say if an LCA needs, let's say any resource to do a meetup, so you do a request to your PA in good time, then the PA will relate and hopefully add it within the budget for that event. So things like venue lockdown and publicity, those are the main pre-event activities. Then during the event, it's the normal, you just have to make sure that the agenda or the meetup schedule goes as planned. And then after that, we will have event reporting. So we will get feedback from every mentor, or rather every LCA who will have been in the meetup. So how you interact with your learners, the feedback from your learners, then from there we'll make better planning for events going forward. So yeah, back to you, Grace.
Thank you, Chris. The next question is, Awal, please take this one. What can I do in order to run a South Africa meetup for Mandela learners? Somebody wants to host meetups in South Africa for the learners.
Okay. Yeah. So you remember what Abraham said when he mentioned that we are hosting meetups, so we are supporting LCs in Mandela locations, which are Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, Rwanda, and Tanzania. So, but then that's where we're going to be having LC sponsored meetups. But then if you're hoping to organize a meetup in a location outside here, so like we've persistently have requests from people in Ghana. Ghana have been requesting that we want to host our meetup, but then it's the same thing we usually see. So like you can have a study group. So we will probably send you an email. A PA will be sending you an email to tell you, okay, people in this country, I am in charge of everything, your communications with the Andela team, with the LC team. So if you need anything, reach out to me. So you can simply reach out to the PA who is going to be in charge of your region, even though you don't have an Andela area office there. So you could reach out to the person, and the person will probably reach out to us. We're going to be considering your meetup as a study group. So we'll try our best to see if we'll see how we'll support you as much as we can. If it is publicity, posting, probably announcing your events on both our Facebook group. Oh, sorry, you didn't know about this yet. Yeah, on all our communication channels to share with learners, to tell them, okay, we're going to be having meetups in this location. So you can reach out, even though it's not you're not going to be meeting any of the program assistant, but then there will be LCs in this location to probably help you with things. So you could reach out to the PA that's in charge of your region, or you could reach out to me or send email to LC with google@andela.com. Over to you, Grace.
Thank you, Awal. So we have like 2 more questions. Alela, please take this one. What resources will the team provide to help the mentors become better at their role?
What?
Alela?
Yes, kindly Grace repeat your question. Grace, kindly repeat your question.
Oh, sorry. What resources will the ALC team provide to help the mentors become better at their role?
Okay, so the most important thing about what the LCAs are going to be doing is holding the meetups. And when you're holding meetups, resources are going to be provided in terms of funding, maybe to get event space. Now, one thing also that you need to know is when you're getting event space, it would be really important to know about the estimated number of attendees to help you come up with a good budget. So there's that we think about. And also the communication channel is a place where you'll get to address your queries to us. So in case you have a question on what you require specifically, you can address to your program assistant, and then we'll discuss and see if it can be made available to you. Yes. Anybody else with an add-on?
Okay, yeah. So let me just add a few things. So beside you organizing meetups, so like yeah, you're going to be like just like it said you're an ambassador. So definitely when people have questions to ask on okay how does ALC works and stuff like this, they're definitely going to be reaching out to you because like okay you are just assume you're the same as a PE in your location, so people will definitely ask you. So we expect you to beside organizing meetups to help people like keep them engaged, convince them on yeah why they need to continue learning and why they need to improve their skill sets. So yeah, basically that's it.
Thank you, Awal and Alela. So the last question here is, so many people have asked, what is the program duration for this LC 4.0?
Haha! Can I
okay.
just take this question? Yeah.
Yes, please do.
So the most interesting thing about this question is this program is going to be here from now till say January or even February 2020. But then yeah, not everybody is going to make it in the program till 2020. So you remember I told you we've had in phase 0, that was the application phase, where we had we expected 60,000, but then we had over 100,000. In short, we have like times 2 plus of what we expected. So like roughly we had over 120,000 people applied. And then yeah, we're going to be selecting, like selection is ongoing for the top 30 that meet the criteria. Remember the criteria was to consume one or at least 1 hour of content, at least emphasis on at least. So you probably 30,000 people will probably watch 10 hours, and then you watch 1 hour and they probably won't reach to your point, right? So we're going to be selecting the top 30,000. That is to move to phase 1. After this, we're still going to continue this for like 2 months, which is starting, spoiler, we're starting next week. So expect a mail from the LC team for your selection into the top 30,000. Let me not be the bad person to tell you this. Probably today, or let's just assume from tomorrow. You should be getting mails from Pluarlsight team, and then we're selecting 30,000. So after that, that's in phase 1, and then phase 2 will also have us selecting 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 learners from the 30,000. So if you make it phase 1, if phase 1 starts from next week Monday till a day in July. I won't be specific on the date it's starting, but like yeah, it's ending. But then it's ending someday in July, around ending July, probably last week of July, and then we're selecting, like I said, selecting 10,000. After that, someday in July, in the same July, we're starting phase 2, where we're having the 10,000 people, and then out of these 10,000, we're going to be selecting 4,000 who are going to be going through a phase we call the project phase. So you're going to be having more rigorous content. The higher the level, the more rigorous the content become, the more rich the content becomes. So you just pass. If you're selected for the top 30,000, you have to hope and do well to be selected for the 10,000, and also hope and do well to be selected for the 4,000. From the 4,000 is when we're going to be selecting the top 1,000 who are going to be getting the certification coupon. So it's going to continue like this till see you in 2020. over from my own end.
Thank you. I think that's it for the questions. If there's a question that we missed, please use the email through the email that was sent to you. There's the Slack channel. We are going to reach out to you definitely. So I'll hand over to Kezi. Kezi, please.
Yeah. Okay. Before we get going, like before we're done, I think I saw some questions on the YouTube channel. So we have questions from people asking us, who is your PA? Who is the PA for South Africa? Yes, we don't have a PA for South Africa yet. Okay, we actually have, but then you get to know the PA in charge of the South African region. Yeah, the PA in charge of the South African region will reach out to you. For example, I am in charge of East Africa. No, not Africa. So I'm going to be reaching out to the PAs in North Africa to tell them, yeah, if you have anything that you need with regarding North Africa, you can reach out to me. So like the PAs for different locations will reach out to you. And for the people asking, well, who is the PA for my region there? I saw somebody saying he's from Northeast Nigeria. Who is this PA? So your PA is actually Rachel Onoja. We're going to send you an email with probably with the email with the name and email address of your PAs and even their Slack handle. So you could probably reach out to them if you want to have a direct communication with them. The last question I saw was somebody was asking for link to Slack. We don't. So we have a Slack for LC 4.0 now, but we have not shared with anyone because like, okay, we're waiting for the learners. So immediately after your onboarding, we're going to be sharing we're going to be inviting you to the workspace for the region. But then before we do that, we need you to fill that form that we sent last. I'm going to paste it on the what do you call it, on the Slack channel for the Slack workspace for the LCs, so that you could check it out, fill the form, and once you fill the form, I'm going to update this. No, I'm not going to update it here. So you're going to fill the form, and then we're going to check out, okay, which track are you interested in mentoring? So we add you to that workspace. But by the time we're done with selecting learners, if you're also part of the learners selected, we then invite you again, give you a link to join the workspace. If it happens to be the same workspace, so you don't need to sign up again, you already have, you're already on the workspace. Kind of like, so just wait and let's see how it's going to be.
I will please take this one more question. For those who reside outside where Andela is based, I guess it means, yeah, like the meetups are going to be held. How can the issue of stipends be approached?
So everything stipend goes to the PEs in charge. So like, I can't just say because if you eventually reach out to me, probably being the lead program assistant, I'm still going to direct you back to the PE in charge of your region, because like we have a structure, right? So you reach out to the PE in charge of your region, and the PE will eventually reach out to us with regarding stipends and all stuffs of that matter. So does that answer the question, Grace?
Yes, it does. I'm very sure they have understood the process, and yeah, with time they're going to know all the PAs to their regions, their specific regions. So is Kezi on the call?
Yes.
Yes. Back to you, Kezi.
Yes, I'm still on the call. Sorry, I've changed location, so it's a bit dark in here. So yes, thank you very much, Grace, and all the PAs who have taken out the time to be here, all the LCAs. Thank you very much. Like I said earlier, Andela won't be here without you. We won't have any hope of success without your very generous inputs. Grace did justice to literally all the questions we have here, and then I'm trying to see if there's any questions that were skipped, but I'm not really sure. Someone asked if you can be a learner on one and be a mentor on another, and I think that's been answered already. Yes, you can. How's LCA's performance measured. I think someone did justice to that question. Someone asked if you can have the link to the PowerPoint that Abraham and Awal used, and I think I would ask them. Awal, I'm sure you'll be able to share. So maybe just do some slight modifications. I'm sure that can happen. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there are any questions from my end. Yeah, I can't see anyone that has not been touched upon. If you want to run a South African, okay, that was just answered. Program duration answered. One should have completed Android for beginners or front-end web development course prior to facilitation. I think I will make mention of that. That's just to ensure like your like some form of proficiency and stuff. But please, like as I mentioned at the very beginning, the core thing we need from you is please just your involvement. You don't need to be there 247. 1 hour a day can do a whole lot. If you notice someone isn't one of your learners isn't learning as expected, because there's feedback forms, we can gauge their progress. We tell you, okay, this is the progress of this person. Please reach out to those people and find out what it is. Sometimes many of these learners just need someone to just reach out to them and say, hey, what's good? You guys have not interacted with material long enough. Hey, what's good? All this kind of stuff. So yeah. That being said, I'm going to leave the floor open if there's any questions from any further contribution any PA wants to make. Because we are fast spent, so our time is fast spent. Is there any questions? Anyone in the chat? Any PA, Asa, Alela, Awal? Are we good to go?
Good to go from my end.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good too.
These are my PAs. I refuse to put on their video.
Yeah, I'm too.
People to see how you look.
Same thing on my side.
Alela, you cool?
Yeah, I have no question. Just to thank everyone for joining the call.
Thank you very much, Sawa. Thank you very much, everyone. My name is David Kezi again, and then on behalf of the entire Andela, we're very appreciative of your efforts, your time, and we look forward to having an awesome ALC experience. Thank you very much. Bye.
My guys, it will be fine.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. And looking forward to working with you all.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Kwaheri.